What's going on, YouTube fam? All right, this one's going to be kind of a doozy today. So if y'all are at home, I encourage y'all to sit and just get comfortable because this one's going to be kind of a tough one today. But we going to do this together. All right, so today I wanted to talk about how to love yourself during those times where you feel like your mental health is just crumbling out of control, to where you feel like everything is crumbling down and you're stuck. I am familiar, at least for myself, when I feel like emotionally I am losing control of myself, and I feel like mentally I literally feel like I'm in a box. And that is honestly the worst feeling that you can get, is when mentally you feel like you're trapped. So there is no, again, there's no really set way on how to really learn to love yourself during those times, because when we go through that, it's really hard for us to shift our mindset to practice loving ourselves during that time. Part of that is, it's just human nature. It's just how we are when we're going through an experience. The last thing that we're thinking about is, how do we love ourselves? How do we give ourselves grace? How do we give ourselves enough mercy and grace enough to be okay with us struggling? And that's just, oh, sorry, my light went out, y'all. I'm sorry. But anyway, it's just really the last thing, like I said, that we think about. So right now, I just wanted to kind of go over some ways and just share my experience and how I've learned and I'm learning to love myself enough during that time, just to be able to get through it. I really did not learn this until I was probably, just recently, really. I've rarely over my life have given myself grace during that period. I never really have. I am, and I'm sure a lot of us can relate, that we are our own worst self-critics. I am my own worst self-critic. When I'm going through something, even if it's not even mental health related, I'm like, I want to beat myself to a pulp. I really am one of those people. I beat myself down. I'm going through something hard. I don't want anyone else to know, so I'm just going to keep pummeling myself until I get through it. But as I've gotten older, and as I started to really focus on how to engage myself mentally, what I've learned is that it's common. Mental health trouble is common. And for that was really the first place on this mental health love journey, is that what we go through as human beings is very common, more common than we think. And we don't believe it's common because it's not really talked about. But more people in our lives than we know, in our circle, in our businesses, a lot of people are going through the same thing that we go through. It may not feel like it when you're going through it. It may not feel like it when we're struggling through it, but more people experience mental health problems than we realize. So when I got to that point, when I felt like what I was going through was unique, I had to try to retrain my brain wiring to tell myself that what I'm going through is normal. There are a lot of people who go through what I go through. What I feel is common, and it's okay to not be okay. And I want to dive into that too. And it's just human nature, and I also want to say it is society. We have this perfectionist consumer mindset in our society where if we don't look perfect, if we don't feel happy and joyful 24/7, 365, there is something wrong and you need to go sit your butt down somewhere. And I'm here just to break that mold. I'm here just to tell you this. That is not realistic. That is not humans. God did not make us to be robots. So we were built to be happy and perfect every single second of the day. For one, spiritually, we wouldn't need God, right? So we're not perfect. We're not perfect. We're not here to be perfect all the time. So understand that if you're not okay, it's okay to not be okay. Now, I'm not saying make an excuse and just be the worst rude person you could be because you're not happy, and to walk outside and to make sure every single person knows that you're sad. That's really not what I'm here to say. But what I am here to say is, and I'm having to learn this for myself because I'm at a point in my life too where I just don't feel like pretending. So if I'm really not feeling okay, I'm just not going to be okay. So accept that it's okay to just be sad. It's okay. It really is okay just to be sad. And if, it is okay. If you're angry, if you can't function, and you're just trying to make it through the day, that's okay. We are human beings. So we are going to have periods where we're not okay. And that's okay. We are not built to be perfect. So, it doesn't matter what people have to say. And then if people want to judge, then let them judge. Let them judge. Because people who judge others for their mental health problems, oftentimes they're either going through something way worse than you, or they've never experienced anything bad in their life. I have not really, I'm just going to be real, I haven't experienced somebody judging me for that, to be honest with you. Mostly because, one, I don't care what people think. Two, I haven't had anyone say anything directly to me. But I've also had to retrain myself that if I'm going through something, I don't talk about it on social media. And that is another thing that I want to encourage too. I don't even know how to really say it, y'all. I'm kind of lost for words, to be honest with you guys. But if you are on social media and you're on social media a lot, and like myself, and I'm kind of learning how to monitor it myself, to be honest. What I encourage is don't post everything on social media. Don't feel like every moment of your life has to be on social media. Understand that every person's life has value, and there are certain things in life that not everybody has to know about. And some practical ways that I have learned to keep my life on low key is, one, I have a schedule every night. And although I don't follow it every night, but I have a schedule that I set mentally most of the time to where I put my phone on Do Not Disturb unless it's an emergency. So that is one way I learned to love myself and my mental health is my phone's on Do Not Disturb after a certain time. When I'm asleep, that phone does not ring. I don't hear messages, nothing, unless it's an emergency. And I literally have it on. Certain people can call me for certain things on my phone. So once that Do Not Disturb is turned on, that's it. That's it. Nobody else can message me. I don't wake up in the middle of the night all the time, checking my phone, messaging people back in the middle of the night. Nope. You're just going to have to wait. And that, for me, is one way that I've learned to love myself. Is just because when I interact with people, I'm like, I'm in it. I'm fully present. So when I'm with that person or I'm talking to that person, I am in the game 100%. So I am present. I don't divide my attention messaging people and I'm busy, and I don't do all that. So what I encourage, and it's just really for your mental sanity and your mental health, but really for your mental sanity, even if you can try it for one day and just see how you feel. Try one day. Just say, hey, after 8 p.m., I am not going to go on Facebook. I'm not going to go on Instagram. Just cold turkey, YouTube, nothing. after like a certain time. And what you're going to find is that even if you do it just one night just to do a trial run, you're going to sleep so much better at night. You're going to wake up so much more refreshed. You're not going to be so worried about what everyone else is doing, and you're going to be so relieved. You're just going to feel better. So it's really, again, for your mental sanity, but it is a way that I have learned to practice self-love, and I encourage you guys, try it. Just try one night. Mentally too, I've really just had to learn, again, going back to what I said earlier, just giving yourself grace. Just being like, okay. Like if I'm crying because I'm upset, it's okay. Cry. If you gotta cry, cry. If you gotta scream into your pillow for 30 minutes a day because you're so angry, scream. One other way, and I just really want to wrap this up on a good note, but like I said earlier, there is no like tips and tricks. It's just really what I have trialed and experimented on over my life, and I have found that it's helped me. But just positive mental talk. Telling yourself that I am loved. I am loved. I love myself. I am loved by God. I am valued by God. I have people in my life that love me. It's okay if I'm not okay. If we can practice self-talk every day, positive self-talk, our minds will change. Your thought process will change. The way that we see ourselves in the mirror will change. I heard somewhere that it's over 70 or 80% of our negative, or of our self-talk is negative. That's like literally 3/4 of your day is negative self-talk. That takes a toll on us mentally. That just can take a huge mental toll on our minds. And when we think negative, it could literally over time have an effect on how we are physically. Like I know for myself, I'm practicing thinking more positive. I'm trying just to implement that positive self-talk. And what I've seen is that my mood's better. I'm more articulate. I feel a little less stressed. I feel a little less upset at everything else. And, even when I get up in the morning, I practice telling myself that God woke me up for another day. I am grateful for this day. I'm in a state of gratitude from the moment my eyes open. So try just to practice positive self-talk every day. Find things that you're grateful for, and if that translates into you maybe writing it down, 5 things a day that you can be grateful for, I can reassure you that you will feel better. Your perspective on your day is gonna change, and all it takes is a small adjustment and your perspective can be totally different. So on that note, I'm just gonna leave it here because I feel like we all need to practice. I know for myself, I'm trying to implement more positive things in my life, and that includes positive self-talk. And I would never ever share something or my life or my experience with you guys if I didn't feel like I was in the process of doing it and I was doing it myself. So if you guys have any feedback, positive feedback, okay, let me say positive, because if I know that y'all leave a crazy comment, if y'all leave something crazy on my YouTube channel, you are blocked. And I will see if you have a fake page and you try to, don't do that. Just don't. I will block. Okay, I'm head and deacon and pastor of my own block ministry on my YouTube channel. So don't try me. Don't try me. Look at my eyes. Don't try me. All right? Anyways, y'all, I hope that this video was encouraging. And as always, this is a judgment-free zone. This is a flex-free zone. So feel free to leave comments, and my email is in the description below. I also just kind of wanted to bring up, and not that I'm advertising, but I am a certified life coach as well. So if you guys just want just a quick 15-minute free session just to talk and just to see what it's all about, feel free to book me below or email me at my email address, which is also in the description box below. I do check my email regularly. I do check my sessions regularly. So please book a session if you have any questions with me. If you just want to get a taste and feel for what life coaching really is, I'm not a certified therapist. I'm not a certified counselor. I do not have a degree. Okay, so please understand that. So if you're a doctor watching this channel, look, I'm not a doctor. All right, I am a life coach. That is something totally different. I'm not a therapist. Okay, I'm not a therapist. I think when people hear the word therapist, there tends to be a really bad connotation. But I am just a life coach. I'm a friend. I'm a mentor. I'm an encourager. Okay, that's the job that I have. And that's just how I serve. So, anyways, on that note, please feel free to leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe if you want. That's not what I'm here for, but it is appreciated. So, on that note, have a blessed day and God bless.